Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Ardbeg Scorch. This is their limited release. They actually did two different releases for this one. Originally, they had their committee release, which was a little bit higher ABV, and then they do a limited release here in 2021, and came out like end of May, early June, coming in at a solid 46% ABV, and essentially they refill from Warehouse 3. They take some heavily charred barrels and fill them up. And we don't know, there's no age statement. We don't know how long they were put in those casks for. But this is Ardbeg with some obviously more char to it, some hefty notes. Now, in a more recent time, I have fallen in love with what Ardbeg does. I fell in love with their 10. Scorch was another one. I have a bottle of their Ardbeg Black, and I've fallen in love with just what they can do, and that I've yet to find something that is as smoky, peaty, yet just as flavorful as possible. Now, notes ahead of time, I'm going to tell you this is in a high immediate to advanced whiskey for drinking. Don't go out and grab this if you're still new to it. It can be overpowering if you're not used to that peaty. Though, honestly, my first real jump into peaty, and I loved it. It was Talisker Storm, which I'll link up above, is one I reference quite a bit, of getting that lovely peaty out of it, and that smoky notes. And Ardbeg Scorch takes that and dials that up to a notch that I've yet to taste somewhere else. So, as always, we're going to be having this two different ways. One way neat, no ice, no water. And the second way, we'll be adding just a few drops of water in to see what changes up. I'm already excited about this. Again, this is a limited bottling from them, so what's out there is kind of what's out there right now. Alright, got some... I got some on my hand there. So let's go for notes. Smells like Ardbeg. Like that's... Anytime you talk to somebody and they smell an Ardbeg and they go, that's an Ardbeg. Like that, there's no other description for it. It's not a Lafroy, it's not a Lagavulin, it's an Ardbeg. And you can tell. The more you let it set even, the greater that smoke is coming out. Like this is campfire, soot, deep, earthy. Almost like if you know, as a kid growing up, I remember taking sticks and sticking them in the fire, letting them get nice and hot and start charring at the end, and then, you know, playing around with that, as kids do. That's what this reminds me of. Like, just that sooty char, and it just is, it's a nose unlike anything else I've ever smelled. You also get once you get past that, you have to really pull back the veil. You get some lovely fruit in there, like orange zest, lemon, citrus fruits. Briny saltiness. Definitely both those come out very strong at the forefront. Like, the salty briny is going right up there with that smoke from that peatiness to it. It's unlike anything else. It's surreal. But that citrus on the back end makes it enjoyable even a little bit more. Again, I'm starting to really love peatiness in scotches, and this really hones in what that really means to be a smoky, peaty scotch. Oh. Okay, let's go on for tastes. It's oily. It clings to your mouth, like soot does to your pants. Like if you were to get something on your clothes and you're trying to get it off, it clings. Yeah, it is charry, but not like Lagavulin, how Lagavulin can be like a peppery, meaty quality to it. This is sooty and fire-like. The ABV doesn't come through at all. It is so light in that area. It just really blows your mind on how good that can come across. And this sweetness shows up very late. Like, you get a little bit of sweetness right now. And it's as though I just took a big inhale of campfire smoke. Like, my mouth is just covered in it. Yeah. Like, even breathing it in, it feels like I just breathed in smoke from a campfire. But it's so unique on so many levels. Look at that color even. That color is just gorgeous. Nice light tinge to it. I just love that little zing of citrus in there. It's earthy, oily, and again, you get that char. But then, yeah, as you pull back that veil, you get that little bit of citrus in there. It's just that little something to look forward to, kind of like that cherry on top. It's perfect. Even coming back to it now, like, that is just, this is a treat that peat people, if you're a peat head, smoke head, you need to try it. It's a unique experience just on the taste. Oh, okay. Let's go for a little bit of water. Curious on what's going to happen here. There you go. Get a little bit more in there. Oh, it is a flavor profile that is unlike anything else. Just want to put a few drops in there. Well, more than one. Come on. There we go. We'll do two. See if anything changes up. I haven't done this one yet, so I'm curious. We'll do an AB here. Ooh. Wow! Oh, yeah. That's... The smoke is gone. Like, you've doused the fire and came back the next day. The smoke is so faint. It's still there, but it's next day smoldered campfire. Like, after you've taken your bucket of water, dumped it on the fire, it's smoldered out next day. The citrus jumps to the forefront. Oh yeah, that orange zestiness comes out. Oh my gosh. These are two different whiskeys. Did I mix up bottles between now? Because holy crap. It's surreal how different these two are, in my opinion. Wow. Just, it still gets a bit of that earthiness, a bit of that smoke is still there, that bit of oily note is still there, but citrus has jumped to the forefront. Let's go for taste. The ABV shows up a little bit on the taste. You get a little bit of that alcohol there. But it almost, and this is kind of, it dials back on that smoke, but it's still there. Like, this was me breathing in. This is just being around the campfire, if that kind of makes sense. Like, if I put my face next to the fire and took a big deep breath, that's this. This is like, oh, I'm sitting next to it a couple feet away, and oh, yeah, there's a little bit of smoke there. Still get the ashiness to it. You still get that earthiness, oiliness to it. Citrus is still there. Definitely orange comes through in my opinion. I think the orange shines the brightest. Yeah. But you still get, I mean, you still know it's an Ardbeg at that point. It's just got, Ardbeg's got this beautiful mix of earthy and smokiness to them that it is unlike anything else. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous drink. Ugh. This would be one that I honestly, it's kind of an experience. I would definitely have an experience of trying it neat and with a little bit of water, just to have that unique, how unique that is. Yeah, it is 100% a unique experience. That little bit of water. Now, before we wrap up on what I think about Scorch, I wanted to show off the box real quick. Beautiful box design. It's just, it's a Ardbeg through and through. Gorgeous. So, Ardbeg Scorch. We all know market price is market price, especially on a limited bottle. I was able to pick this up for 120 bucks. I've already seen it reselling, and even Flaviar.com has it for $214. They already marked it up $100 from what I could buy it locally. Now, I've only found it at one local place. Don't overpay for this. Look, I think some people are saying they paid right around $150 for it. Unless you're an Ardbeg cult member, don't go out and spend big money on this. It's a gorgeous bottle. If you get the chance to try it, it's 100% worth trying. And if you see it on the shelf and it's reasonably priced and you're okay with that, go for it. This is a uniquely charry experience. Just don't overpay for this, please. Don't go out and do that. The ABV is perfect on this. Ardbeg knows how they work magic over there. I don't know how they do it. I don't ask questions. They do a fantastic job, and I'm definitely going to be trying out their whole core lineup. As those videos post, definitely they'll be up above and down below because I've just fallen in love with the distillery itself, and I hope to visit there very soon, depending on how COVID looks. But either way, it's a solid buy. I would say 150 bucks, which should be still all right. $200, I feel like you're getting a little bit out of that price range for what it's worth, but it's an experience. It is definitely a bottle that you should try at some point in your times. So there you have it. Ardbeg Scorch, a beautiful representation of what Ardbeg can do. I really wish this was like added to their core lineup. It's that good. So yeah, as always, if you have any questions about Ardbeg Scorch, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer that. And if you'd like to see a specific spirit reviewed, also tell me down in the comment section below because I am always on the hunt for something new and I want to hear from you guys. So, as always, I hope your last drink of the night is the best one.